what I love about being a mentor. And because I was in sort of a reflective frame of mind this morning when I was driving here to La Plaza, I was listening to the radio and a musical artist was being interviewed, and she said her life unfolds with each person that she meets. And this really stuck with me. So I want you all to look around at the people next to you and the other tables, at your mentors, your mentees, your parents, your guardians, and think about how life unfolds with each person that you meet. Your art educators. I'm really proud of the work that we did together and impressed by Sofia's practice, which I'm going to share with you. So Sofia modeled a practice that is a great model for learning. She sought the expertise of teaching artists that she worked with in our studio program, and she took great notes. She observed very closely the different ways that they worked with materials and how they engaged with their students. She included her own community of peers. This really, really impressed me. In her process and in her practice, she included Berlin, who's our junior intern, and her mentee, and she communicated clearly with me, Armory staff, her needs, her questions, her uncertainties, and all of her thoughtful decisions. So Sofia, I just want to say that you model how we can all support each other. So, now Sofia's going to talk about this amazing workshop that she did. You all may have at your table this character worksheet that she designed. I want to hold it up so she can see it. Okay, and this is something that we have for every intern you can take home, and maybe you can do this yourself, but now I'm going to pass it to Sofia.
The worksheets that I passed out were a major part of my project that people did, the Armory Art Night workshop. So participants would fill out this character sheet describing a character of any type that they thought of, and then they would either collage or draw that character in the workshop with the materials that we had provided. And I wanted to encourage people to think about how the written aspects, the themes, the personality of a character influence what they look like. And I think I was able to do that, and the participants thought of many amazing and creative characters. And I really encourage you, if there's downtime today, to fill this out and maybe draw the character, or to complete it at home, because it was very fun. And if I can talk a little bit more about my experience, I just want to say thank you again to Karen for being so helpful, and thank you to Berlin for being also just incredibly helpful and great to work with. From working at the Armory, I learned so much about what it feels like to teach. I had been involved in art classes extensively, and I had thought about education, but I never really experienced working in it until the Armory. I was able to help the kids and support them, and that was an incredibly rewarding feeling. And another thing I learned is something I think every intern can relate to, which is what it's like to have a real job, develop personal, professional skills and communication, and all of the whole point of having the internship. I had a really good work experience and company philosophy modeled for me. Everyone at the Armory had a really good work-life balance. Everyone was working so hard and really passionate about what they're doing, but also would go home and sleep. And high school is kind of 24/7, and I have a ton of extracurriculars, and it was just really good to show people could be passionate and good at their jobs, but also breathe, and that was incredibly valuable. But the most valuable thing I learned was just from the kindness I was shown there. People were incredibly considerate and supportive even when I messed up, which is so helpful for a first-time job. And I really just felt so much more supported and comfortable in that professional space because of the support I was given. I am going to Art Center for illustration in the fall. I don't know where that will take me. Nobody knows the future, but I am certain I will work in education. Just I'll remember it in some aspect, to some extent, and that will be because of what I learned at the Armory, especially from Karen, about how great it is to teach people. So thank you.